My name is Larry Rodriguez. I've been writing statements on behalf of the Chevron heirs for 6 years and 51 days. She's being sexually molested and robbed by cops from Houston, Texas. What's going on here? What's taking so long? Why isn't anybody doing anything about this? Are we traveling down the avenue where this racism annexed to the law enforcement agency and their supervisors that is stalking me for the simple and only reason to be close to this woman so they can keep sexually molesting her and robbing her? What's going on here? Why isn't anything being done about this? I'm at the point where I'm ready to say that pursuant to the 6th article of the United States Constitution, where it stipulates that all government entities would bid by the laws of the states and by the laws of the Constitution of the United States. And I'm using that as my conveying apparatus to demand that this woman be found immediately because this has been going on for 6 years and 59 days, 52 days. What's going on here? Are you giving these police officers time to figure out a way to exonerate themselves from their criminal activities and to figure out a way to take this woman's money away from her? What's going on here? Is this racism? Because what I see is a bunch of Caucasian police officers, law enforcement officers, robbing a Mexican woman. Also, I'd like to apply that these police officers are from Texas, where there's a great percentage of racism over there against Mexican people. I know this because I spent a few years over there before coming back to New York, where I'm originally from. What's going on here? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? For the cops from Houston, Texas to find a way to throw me in prison so you can just do whatever it is you want to do to this woman, but they're already doing that, so what's the problem here? I demand that an investigation be conducted, though initially before that investigation, I demand that you find the Chevron heirs, whom I believe and know to be Karina Gomez, whom I have sent many pictures to the court of, and to other law enforcement officers as well. This woman needs to be found, okay? Because she is eccentric and very easily deceived, which is a major part in the reason that these people are able to persuade her by methods of fraudulent inclination. I want this woman found. She's my friend. I point myself proxy to all her properties and assets until she comes to a court of law and faces me and says otherwise. I demand that every credit card that she has out there be canceled, her bank account frozen, until I and her are in a court of law and I'm facing her. And she tells me otherwise. But for the present, I'm commandeering her assets, all her properties, and becoming proxy to it. And nothing in her assets or property shall be sold, traded, or given away without my knowledge. I demand to be summoned to a court of law with the Chevron heiress, who I know to be Karina Gomez. And she say otherwise. Freeze the bank account. Cancel all credit cards out there. My name is Larry Rodriguez. I'm really tired of not being heard when I have a right to be heard under the equal protection of the law and due process of the law. And I have a right to be protected by the 6th Article of the United States Constitution, which stipulates that everybody in the government has taken an oath to abide by the Constitution and the states of the and the laws of the states and the laws of the Constitution and federal laws. Now, when my requests from my statements are not fulfilled, the 6th Article of the United States Constitution is being violated on my account. Toward me, I am being deprived of the rights of the 6th Article of the United States Constitution. That says all government bodies, all of the judges in the land shall abide by the Constitution and state laws. And this statement is patented by the 6th Article of the United States Constitution. My demands cannot be denied, because if they are denied, it would be violating the equal protections of the laws of the 6th Article of the United States Constitution and the equal protection of the law of due process of the law. I want to be summoned to a court. I want the Chevron heiress summoned to a court of law so we can resolve this. I want the cops from Houston, Texas, to retrieve Karina Gomez, the Chevron heiress, from their accomplice, whom they gave her to. And they expect me to go and take her away from them by force so they can lock me up or twist the story around when I do something like that. So I am depending on my rights of the Constitution for this situation to be resolved. Thank you very much. My name is Larry Rodriguez.